So here's the card we're going to make this time. And I've got a little ribbon closure. And I guess you could say it's a fun fold because it's a little different. Okay. See that? The ribbon holds it together. So I'm going to try not to be jabbering so much that I miss a step, because I always want to, the ribbon needs to go on before this piece. And if I'm talking too much, sometimes I forget to do it. So, okay, let's get started. Now, I'm going to be coloring the truck first. Now, I've already stamped it in Memento Black ink, and I already colored the hubcaps and the bumper with my Wink of Stella because I wanted that to be good and dry before I started coloring it. But look at that shine. Isn't that fancy? Okay, so I decided to use green, and I've got Granny Apple here. So I think I'm going to sit down to color. It's just a little easier for me. Get comfy. All right. I can see what you're seeing on my computer, so hopefully everything will go well. I can't see all your comments though, so I will go back and answer any questions later. Okay, I'm going to start off with a dark Granny Apple green and just do some areas that I think might be a little bit darker. And sometimes I'll just go and outline. So anyway, I can talk while I'm coloring here, I think. So this is just an easy way, kind of like, remember when we were little and we colored and we outlined our picture? Did y'all outline your pictures in coloring books and coloring pages at school before you colored them? I know it just gave that dark look around the edge of the image, and then you colored lightly to fill in. Did anybody else do that? I used to love to color like that, and it somehow the dark line of the outline of the wax coloring helped you to stay in the lines, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about? And so anyway, I just remember doing that. And this is what coloring with blends reminds me of. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put a little more here. And then I'm going to come back with my light and fill in. And I'm just going to make it easy here. Okay. It bothers me that I didn't outline the whole thing, so I'm going to do it. All right. Yes, yeah, Kathy. I mean, you know, it would look so neat and everyone, oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so now I'm just filling in. And I'm really, because I outlined everything and that has dried, I'm really coloring over that to try to blend in so it's not such a harsh line. Okay, over here. It doesn't really matter. You could use just one color on this if you wanted to, and it's still super cute. So, if you have not tried Stampin' Blends, you need to try them. Oh my goodness, they're almost addicting. It's just fun. Oh, I got outside the line. See, I didn't outline down there. It's okay. Okay. Whew. It was cool this morning when I woke up. I even had on my hoodie when I came out to the studio. And now I'm glistening, if you know what I mean. I turned my air on, but it went off. See, it's kind of cool outside. It's warming up, but the sun's out, so you know that. The sun really, you're in the sun, it warms you up. But, so my air's not kicking on and off. Okay. Anyway, back to the Stampin' Blends. I do have a video on my YouTube channel, and I'll try to post it here today since I'm mentioning it. Post it here on my page about, you know, it can be overwhelming. You see all the colors and you think, oh, I can't get all of those. But I kind of narrowed it down to what, if you're just starting out or if you just want to try them, which ones to get first. Okay, so I think it's pretty helpful. Okay, you see how cool that is? All right, I'm gonna get my color lifter. Yeah, the trucks are everywhere. Oh my gosh, have you seen Hobby Lobby? I mean, or just, I mean, anywhere. Boutiques, craft fairs, vendor fairs, it's everywhere. And I was telling the vendors yesterday at Silver Dollar City that, you know, we have a truck stamp there. It's everywhere. It is trending. And you could tell there was even a guy who had a booth that had burlap pillow covers, and he was spray paint stenciling them. I could smell the spray paint as I started walking closer. And Jackie said, look at him, he's doing a truck. Yeah. Okay, I'm putting, I didn't do this on my other one, but I'm putting a little yellow for the light. Okay, now did you see what I did with this color lifter? Down here, I went outside the line a little bit, and so it just is colorless. It kind of picks up the color, or it can take away color and make a highlighted area. You know, like if I wanted the top of the hood here to be a little lighter, I can do that. And it takes a while because it dries and it lightens up. It just gives you, you can add some. I don't know if I'm going to like that. I may color back over it, but I just wanted you to see what it does. Okay. So now I'm using, oh, and I forgot a stamp. I can go back and do it. Light basic black for the tires. Yeah, Charlotte, me too. I thought I was an artist, real artist, because I outlined my pictures and I colored the inside so carefully. I remember one time when I was in first grade, either first grade or kindergarten, and we were coloring these projects. I think it was for Mother's Day. And I took such care and outlined and, had my little rose colored so delicately. And we turned them in because we had to color first and turn it in. And I guess I didn't have my name on it. Okay, so I was in Catholic school, and the nun, I had a nun for a teacher, and she passed them back out, and I did not get mine. And of course, I didn't dare say anything. It was like, I'm not going to be prideful. I'm just going to take what she gave me. And it was like not my coloring at all. It was like real dark coloring. Some people liked to color real dark the whole. And I remember giving that to my mom and saying, Mom, I didn't color that. And she thought it was beautiful anyway, of course. But it's like, you're coloring. Especially when you're little like that. And the time you took on it. So, but it all worked out. It's all good. Okay, so see, I'm talking and jabbering, so I forgot about my pumpkins in the back of the truck. So this card could be for a friend, and I think I put in the description, hauling a load or something. I forget what I said. Anyway, it could be like, you can help carry the load that they're carrying by just being there and listening, y'all. Sometimes people just need for you to listen. Don't y'all think? Okay, I'm going to try to do this and not mess it up. Bam. Good thing it's photopolymer, huh? Ta-da! Yay! Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Okay, pumpkins. Light and dark pumpkin pie. So I'm going to start with my dark. And I'm using when you outline, sometimes it's good to use this tip in, you know, instead of the brush in, especially on smaller pictures. So I'm just kind of outlining and coloring in like where the pumpkins meet, where it would like be a shadow in there, like this little guy back here. Okay, and then let's do this. Do our outlining. And I'm going to kind of do it along the bed here. Okay, so now I'm going to fill in. Hi, Diana. I can't, the comments and people joining don't show up as well on my computer as they do on my phone. I just happened to stand up and see my friend Diana from Texas tune in. Okay, so see, I'm just filling in with the light and kind of blending in that dark. Aren't those pumpkins cute? I love how they just fit perfect in that truck, especially when you've forgotten to stamp them after you've already colored the truck. And another thing I did while I was talking is I took my Wink of Stella and went over the door handle. It just makes it a little fancy, you know. All right, so now for the leaves, I am going to use light old olive because they're so small. No shading here, ladies, for me. Okay. All right. Now, I didn't do it on, I think I'm going to, you know, a lot of times I'll go around and outline the truck like in a light, either smoky slate or pool party. I think I'm going to leave that off this time. I did on the sample, and I liked how it turned out. Okay, so this is Whisper White 3x4. And when I was talking about getting started with blends, one thing else you need is the Memento Tuxedo Black. I can't talk. Black ink, okay? So it's fade resistant dye ink, and it won't smear when you're coloring with the alcohol markers, okay? If you use regular ink or other ink, you would not use StazHon. That's alcohol based, but like our classic inks, if you wanted to stamp it, say in a dark brown, like soft suede or early espresso, you would want to emboss it. I've done it before. You know, you just have to be careful because the alcohol mixing with the inks kind of cause it to smear, okay, except for the Memento Black, okay? All right, so now what's next? Oh, yes. Look what I got. This is the new Stampin' Up! Trimmer that it's available to demonstrators right now, but I don't know when it's going to be available for customers yet. I can't tell you. I'll let you know when I know. But it's cool. It's lightweight. It's got a long extension arm all the way to 17 inches. Okay. And I'm still trying to get used to it because, you know, I was so used to the other one. And it's got a pretty wide area where you can hold down here. Okay, so I need to cut. Okay, I need to cut some pumpkin pie. So I have a scrap here, scrap piece, and I'm going to cut at 1/2 inch. Now, I will tell you, it does have metric and imperial measurements. We use the inches, the bottom one, okay? So I'm going to cut at 1/2 inch, which is right here. Okay, and I'm going to strip. And I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 of them. I probably could do with 1, but I'm going to cut 2. Line that up 1/2. You do have to push it down to lock it before you can cut, which is a good thing. I went the other day and I was wanting to score something, and I started doing this. I went, oh, I'm not supposed to cut, and Can y'all see that? Anyway, I started doing this. I said, I'm not supposed to cut. And I hadn't pushed down, so it didn't cut. So, yeah, you got to push it down. But I do want to cut this. Okay, so here's 2 1/2-inch wide strips. Does not have to be this long. They're going to be the border for the top and the bottom of our truck to bring in the orange, the pumpkin pie on the pumpkins, okay? So, I'm going to do this. And I want about, what is that? 1/4 inch showing top and bottom. Just a little bit. Just, you know, whatever looks good to your eye. Maybe not that much. Maybe 1/8 inch. Is that 1/8? Maybe. I don't measure this part. I just do what looks good to my eye. Hi, Lucy. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I enjoy doing them. I love this, y'all. I just love doing it. Love sharing it. Love sending cards. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And the reason I cut it longer than I need, because I want to be sure I can cut it flush with the edge there. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, I can hear my husband with his chainsaw outside cutting wood. All right, so, sorry, like a squirrel, get distracted. Watch. You can turn it over, but I'm not because I want to be able to see it. So I'm holding my scissors up to the edge there and just cutting. See? Just even Steven there with it. Bam. Okay, let's see, I just needed one. Do it again on the bottom. I'll say that for another card. Okay, so thin line of glue here. And you have to turn it on the right side so you can see how much you're leaving. You want it to kind of match the top, but again, I am not measuring. I'm eyeballing it, okay? Okay. So... now, had too much on that other end for this. Okay, see? See how it brings out the pumpkins? Just adding that little bit of color. And that way you save on your cardstock, because I could have added a full layer of cardstock beneath there. You know, or if you have, I mean, I have tons of cardstock. I really don't have to pinch and spare, but you know how you save your scraps? Good way to use them right here. Okay, so there we have that. And now I'm going to go ahead and probably finish stamping while I have all of this out. Is that okay? All right. So let's set this aside, and I'm going to do my sentiments. So I have a scrap piece somewhere of Whisper White. And I'm going to put Hey Friend, because for what I wanted to use this card for, these sentiments didn't do for me. So that's why I want to show you this stamp set, Itty Bitty Greetings. It's in the annual catalog. It's got tiny greetings for just about everything. Enjoy your retirement. Sending prayers. Sent with love. Hope you're feeling better. 'Tis the season. Trick or treat. Okay? You get the idea. And so this is in the annual catalog. And then we also have in the holiday catalog, Itty Bitty Christmas Greetings. So that one's awesome too. But this one's a really good one to have on hand. You can see it's a double stamp set with all of these. You're engaged. Okay? So I am using out of that stamp set, Hey Friend. So let's get, I'm going to still use my Memento ink, which is, this is my choice for black ink. If I'm not watercoloring. If I'm watercoloring, stays on. Okay. Hey Friend. And when you're punching, you don't really have to worry if it's straight or not. So let's see, what did I do? Yeah. This is the 1 1/8 inch circle punch. So I'm just going to punch that out. And then, oh, I got something on my card. Sorry, y'all, I just noticed that. I think I put the lid of my Memento ink down in there. So I'm going to fix that somehow. Trust me, I will fix it. And then I'll show you. Okay, so, oh, Lisa, what were you thinking? All right, so now I need pumpkin pie again. See, I mean, how long have I been doing this? Almost 13 years. And I still do crazy stuff like I know better. All right, so now let's do this. And layer these up. All right. And then it's going to go right here. Okay. I think I can go ahead and glue that down. I'm going to. Oh my goodness. Y'all see? Okay, so what I'm going to do now, nimble fingers, I mean clumsy fingers, not nimble fingers. I have some adhesive down there that obviously doesn't need to be there. So I'm going to use probably some adhesive remover in just a few minutes after it dries. And, and get it, I just watched myself. It's delayed broadcast, so y'all are seeing it after I actually do it. So, okay, it's going to be okay. At least it's not ink on there. Oh my goodness, Lisa. All right, let's go on. It's all good. There are no mistakes. A friend of mine said, only chances or opportunities for embellishments or additional layers. Okay, so here is the card base. It's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, and then I'm going to cut 2 inches off the front. And we'll save that for a different project. So let me get this in here. Here, line it up on 2. Bam, save that for another project. And here we go. Now I have some of the Brights collection designer series paper stack, comes 6 by 6. It has all the colors in the Brights collections, and we have this for every color collection we have. And it has 4 different patterns, 2 on one side, and then the flip side has a different. I love the gingham check. I use it. If you watch my videos, you know I use it all the time. I wish I had more gingham check. That's going to go there, okay? And then this one is going to go here. So let's go ahead and put that down. I know that comes next. So put that over top. You have a little bit of a border going around it of the showing of the card base. And then this one goes here. And then we have a little bit more stamping to do for what's going to go on the inside. Okay, see? All right, so now on the inside, I have a piece of 3x4 Whisper White, and I am going to stamp I'm Here For You, And I'm going to punch it out because I don't want to have to worry about whether it's straight or not. So let me do this. Oh, wow. Happy World Card Making Day. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, stamp it here. Okay, let's get this. Hey, Misty. How you doing down there, Southeast Texas? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so that's done. I cannot believe. Okay, I'm going to do this over it so I don't get it on anything. My good old trusty silicone mat. All right, this is going to go here. And I'm going to put, I'm here for you. Okay, so remember the outside of the card says, hey, friend. Yeah, Misty, I love these bright colors. So fun. Hope I'm not getting my head in the camera. I'm here for you. And then, where's my pumpkins? Here they are. I'm going to put the pumpkins at the bottom. Get a scrap piece of paper here. I'm just a big mess on this card today. That's all good. I'm still having fun. That's what it's all about. Okay, so I'm going to stamp these pumpkins at the bottom. I'm doing good, Misty. All right, so I'm going to come down here. Okay. Close that Memento black ink. Get it out of the way. All right, so let's color these again. Here we go. Gotta color them. Can't just leave them. Same way, quick and easy. Stampin' Blends to the rescue here. Okay, and then fill in with the light pumpkin pie. I didn't do the little stems on the other one. I didn't think it was necessary, but you could use like crumb cake or soft suede if you had that. Okay. Cute. Light old olive again. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Isn't that cute? All right. And that's going to go here so that it's hidden by the front of the card, okay? Bam. Now, next, what we need to do is our ribbon. And this is the, it's in the, I guess it's the, gosh, I don't know the name of it, y'all. It's Granny Apple Green in the annual catalog. Let's see if I can find it. No, of course not. I've used a ton of it. It is the textured weave ribbon in Granny Apple Green. And it's about 16.5 inches because this is your card closure, okay? So what you do is you wrap it around like this, okay? Then what I like to do is put a little bit of snail or some kind of adhesive that dries quickly. You could put a glue dot just to kind of hold it in place, okay? And you can do that on the back too if you want to. Try to come around straight here. Okay, there we go. And that ties. I'm going to go ahead and tie it up so that we can see our placement for the top, our main image. Okay, and really, I probably would trim that a little bit. I didn't tie it as tight as I would either, but let me go ahead and do that because it's bothering me. I'm not gonna trim it until I've written the message inside, so that I have plenty of tying room, if you know what I mean. Ever try to tie a knot with ribbon that's too short? Oh gosh, yeah. So don't trim it until you're ready, when you're finished, okay? Okay, see how it's uneven? I'll fix that when it's ready. Okay, so now we have our main image here that's going to go over top, and I like for it, it's okay if the ribbon comes over, okay? I'm going to try to center it there. I don't want the Hey Friend to go over the ribbon, okay? So this is where you would want to wait to put this on until after you've gotten this on. I kind of knew where to put it, so that's why I was brave enough to do it beforehand. But you can make it work. You could even move your ribbon down if you needed to. If you needed to, you might not need to. Okay, let's get this on. Now, don't need glue all the way over here, because why? It's going to overlap, right? Okay. So you put less than you think you need, so you don't have a big mess underneath here, okay? Okay. There we go. And again, I'm not going to tie that, but that's our second card with all the adventures that came in creating it. And here I still have this that I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do with that. So if I figure something out, I will definitely post it and let you know. But I will make this card work somehow, okay? Okay. All right. Thank you for watching.